Sometimes the shock of the expert's opinion is the very thing that opens our eyes to new possibilities. A shocking verdict can be the wake-up call we need to stop living in the comfort of denial. The expert's harshest judgments are often the most powerful tools for change if we're ready to use them. A verdict that stuns us is only the beginning of the profound transformation that awaits. The truth that shocks us is the first step toward unlocking a new chapter in our journey. What shocks us today can be the stepping stone to our breakthrough tomorrow. An expert's analysis isn't just a critique, it's an invitation to evolve and grow beyond our limits. The shock of hearing the truth is temporary, but the impact it has on our life can be lasting. The expert's verdict is often the mirror we need to see beyond the illusion we've created. Sometimes, a shocking conclusion is the universe's way of guiding us toward a higher version of ourselves. The words of an expert may be shocking, but they carry the truth we can't afford to ignore. A verdict that shocks us is a reminder that we have much more potential than we've allowed ourselves to believe. The expert's words may challenge our perceptions, but they also hold the key to real progress. The shock of an expert's judgment may be exactly what we need to push through our self-imposed boundaries. What feels like a shocking truth today can soon become the foundation of our greatest growth. Sometimes it's the expert's harshest words that trigger the deepest transformation within us. The shock of the verdict is not a sign of failure, but an opportunity to level up our personal journey. The expert's shocking conclusion is only a challenge if we resist change, embrace it, and it becomes our strength. Even the most unsettling expert opinions can lead us toward a clearer understanding of ourselves. The truth may hurt at first, but it is the path to a clearer vision of who we are meant to become. What we fear most in an expert's verdict is often the very thing we need to hear for our own evolution. The shock of the verdict is a call to action, a moment to take control of our own growth. In the midst of shocking opinions, there is always the chance to find deeper wisdom and clarity. The shock of an expert's verdict is only powerful if we allow it to ignite a spark of change within us. A verdict that stuns us is the universe's way of telling us it's time for a fresh perspective. The truth that shakes us is often the very thing that pushes us to reach our fullest potential. The expert's shocking words are not to break us, but to break the patterns that no longer serve us. We are defined by how we respond to the shocking truths the experts lay before us. The expert's judgment is the catalyst for deeper understanding, if we choose to embrace it with an open heart. When the verdict feels shocking, it is simply the moment when we start to see the real picture. What we perceive as shocking today may be the very wisdom we carry for the rest of our lives. The expert's shocking opinion is a reminder that our growth often happens outside our comfort zone. The shock we experience from the expert's verdict is a necessary part of the process of transformation. The expert's truth may sting, but it carries the power to propel us to new heights. A shocking verdict challenges us to rethink our beliefs and rebuild a stronger foundation. The shock of an expert's judgment is often the fuel needed for us to rise to our highest potential. Sometimes, the most difficult truths lead us to the most powerful realizations about who we really are. The verdict that shocks us is simply the universe's way of forcing us to grow beyond what we thought was possible. It's not the shock of the expert's verdict that matters. It's the courage we find to move forward. A shocking verdict may be a call to action, urging us to do the hard work of transformation. The expert's judgment may challenge us to be more than we are, but it also invites us to evolve into something greater. When the expert's words shock us, we're given the gift of a fresh perspective that can change everything. The shock of an expert's analysis isn't an obstacle, but an invitation to step into a new version of ourselves. The expert's words may stun us, but they also serve as the spark that ignites lasting change. We fear shocking truths, but they often hold the key to the breakthroughs we've been waiting for. The shock of the expert's judgment may be unsettling, but it's also the beginning of a new chapter. What shocks us today may be the wisdom that guides us tomorrow. The expert's words may shock us, but they also hold a mirror to the parts of ourselves that need attention. The verdict that stuns us is simply the beginning of our journey toward greater self-awareness. Sometimes the harshest truths are the ones that lead to the most profound changes. The words of an expert hold more power than we realize, especially when they challenge our perspective. We often hear what we want to hear, but the truth is something we must be brave enough to face. A shocking verdict is an invitation to explore the deeper layers of ourselves. The expert's analysis may leave us stunned, but it's a mirror to our reality. When the experts speak, it's not just about their findings, it's a reflection of our own thoughts. The truth is often uncomfortable, but it has the potential to change us for the better. To hear the truth is to embrace the discomfort that leads to growth. A shocking conclusion is only a challenge if we refuse to understand its significance. The shock isn't in the words of the expert, but in how it changes the way we see the world. Sometimes the expert's words stir emotions we didn't know we had, pushing us into a new chapter. A shocking verdict isn't a reason to retreat, it's a call to face reality head on. When experts speak, it forces us to confront our own truths, whether we're ready or not. It's not the verdict itself that is shocking, but how it forces us to reconsider everything we thought we knew. Even the most painful truths can ignite a fire within us, pushing us toward growth. The expert's verdict serves as a catalyst, challenging us to rethink our place in the world. The shock of a verdict is the first step in embracing the change that follows. Every word spoken by an expert is a door to deeper understanding, even when it feels uncomfortable. A shocking truth is only as powerful as the willingness we have to learn from it. An expert's judgment may feel like a blow, but it's a gift in disguise if we choose to learn from it. Sometimes it's the expert's harshest words that spark the most profound realizations. The shock of the expert's judgment is merely the start of the transformation we are meant to experience. A verdict that feels harsh is only a mirror reflecting the areas in which we can improve. To hear a verdict that stuns us is to realize we've been living in a bubble of false comfort. Experts don't just give us answers, they open up spaces for us to think, reflect, and grow. The shocking nature of a verdict is only a reminder of how much we still have to learn. What we hear from the experts may shake us, but it is often exactly what we need to hear. A stunning truth may feel like a setback, but it's actually the breakthrough we've been waiting for. The words of an expert have the power to reshape everything we thought we knew about ourselves. Sometimes, what we need most is a verdict that forces us to question everything. The expert's shocking conclusion isn't a condemnation, it's a challenge to rise above and improve. We are not defined by the shock of the expert's verdict, but by how we respond to it. The truth from an expert may sting, but it's an essential part of the growth we need. The shock of the verdict is merely the surface. The real transformation lies in how we process it. When experts speak, we're given the chance to rewrite our story, if we dare to listen. The expert's analysis is not just a reflection of us, but a key to unlocking the potential we carry. What shocks us today can be the foundation for tomorrow's greatness. The true power of an expert's verdict lies not in its shock value, but in its capacity to spark change. The unexpected verdict is a powerful catalyst for introspection and evolution. Each expert's verdict holds the potential to turn our world upside down, but only if we are willing to grow. The shock we feel from an expert's words is only a temporary reaction to a long-term opportunity for growth. A verdict that feels jarring can be the wake-up call we need to push past our comfort zone. The expert's words are not meant to break us, but to break the limitations we place on ourselves. In the shock of the expert's verdict lies the spark for transformation and renewal. The most shocking truths are often the ones that lead us to the most profound realizations. When the expert speaks, it's a call to awaken from the slumber of complacency. The shock of the expert's judgment is the first step on the path to personal evolution. The real power of a verdict lies in how we choose to let it shape our future. It's not the verdict itself that matters, but how we internalize and act upon its message. An expert's shocking opinion is a moment to reflect, recalibrate, and align with our true purpose. Sometimes the expert's words are like a storm, unsettling at first, but necessary for growth. The shock from the expert's analysis is often the first step toward uncovering our true potential. A surprising verdict isn't a setback, it's the opportunity to rethink, refocus, and rise stronger.